Michael Jackson, he didn't just make music. He took it apart, piece by piece, and then rebuilt it from the ground up. He created a blueprint, a master plan that would change not just the industry, but culture itself, forever.
Now that's a powerful claim, right? But here's the thing. It wasn't an exaggeration. This wasn't about just one hit song or one great album. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how we relate to art, and that shift began with the sound itself.
So where do we even begin? Well, the first and most foundational change started with the sound. His talent was obvious from the very beginning, of course, but the 1980s, that was the moment he went from being a star to the architect of a whole new musical era, and it all ignited with one album.
And that brings us to Thriller. Look, this wasn't just another album. It was a cultural atom bomb, the epicenter of a musical earthquake that just shattered everything we thought we knew about pop music.
And yeah, it's the best-selling album of all time. But that number, it's so much more than just sales figures. It represents a global takeover, a cultural moment on a scale that had never been seen before. And that kind of reach, it gave him the power, the platform, to literally rewrite the rules of music.
So, what was the secret sauce? How did he actually do it? Well, he basically became a master chef. He took the aggressive guitar riffs from rock, the can't-get-it-out-of-your-head hooks from pop, the deep, undeniable groove of funk, and the pure, raw emotion of soul, and he fused them all together into something the world had never heard. This became the new model. The industry had to catch up to him.
But see, Michael's revolution didn't just stop with sound waves. He knew that to create a true experience, music had to be seen just as much as it was heard. So he turned his sights on the visual medium, and in doing so, he changed how we watch music forever.
I mean, it really created this clear dividing line in history. You have before Michael, where music videos were fine. They were basically simple promotional clips. And then you have after Michael, where the music video became an art form, a cinematic event. He did this by bringing the entire Hollywood toolkit into the world of music. I mean, think about it. You've got the whole noir mystery of Billie Jean, the full-blown horror movie that is Thriller. He brought in real storytelling, intricate choreography, theatrical costumes, mind-blowing special effects. He turned a 3-minute song into something you'd never, ever forget.
And these mini-movies, they didn't just get played on MTV. They were MTV. They built that network from a small-time music channel into a global cultural force. And as the first Black artist to completely dominate the platform, man, he didn't just open the door for others. He kicked it clean off its hinges, paving the way for generations.
Okay, so he's reinvented the sound. He's reinvented the visuals. What's left? The third pillar, the live performance. And on stage, he wasn't just singing and dancing. He was creating a whole new language for what it meant to be a performer.
And it all starts with the way he moved. The moonwalk, the anti-gravity lean, those lightning-fast spins. These weren't just dance steps. They were iconic moments that literally made the world stop and stare. To this day, dancers in every single genre are still studying his technique.
But it was bigger than just his own moves. He revolutionized the entire idea of a concert. He didn't just put on a good show. He literally created the blueprint for the modern stadium tour, that massive, theatrical spectacle that every top artist today is still trying to replicate.
And what was in that blueprint? Well, you had these massive lighting rigs and explosions that turned an arena into another galaxy. You had armies of dancers moving in perfect sync. You had dramatic costume changes and stage tech that nobody had ever seen before. The whole thing was designed to be larger than life.
And all of this, the sound, the visuals, the performance, it all leads to the final and maybe the most important piece of the puzzle. His impact wasn't just about art, it was cultural. He became this global force that just started breaking down barriers.
His takeover of the media landscape was just total. Think about it. He was the first Black artist to have that kind of absolute power across the board, forcing his way onto MTV, global radio, and the biggest award shows, platforms that had, frankly, been sealed shut before him.
And at the heart of it all was a message that everyone could understand. His music just flew over borders, over languages, over cultural divides. It was about unity, about healing, and it created this common ground for the entire planet.
So when you look at the big picture, his legacy isn't just one thing. It's a complete architectural redesign of an industry. The sound, the visuals, the performance, and the cultural impact.
He didn't just change the music, he changed the entire universe that the music lived in.
And that leaves us with one final lingering question. His work, it isn't some dusty relic in a museum. It's a living, breathing blueprint. It's the source code that artists are still studying today. And as new generations keep discovering his vision, his echo doesn't fade. It just gets louder, shaping the artists of today and tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.